Yeah, hello guys. Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the football fan zone with your boy Tim Banks. And guys, this evening we're talking about transfer, guys. We're talking about all transfers. Let me just adjust this. Uh, no, repeat a little more. Yeah, like I'm saying, we're talking about transfer, guys, and like you all know, it's happening, guys. They've been they've been shocked, or should I say, they've been the what's his name, Kevin De Bruyne shocker. He came outside to drop a bombshell on everybody. Though for me, I'm not surprised because I was expecting it. You know, I was expecting it. It's just when it's gonna happen. When. But I was so sure that he was going to leave. And if you actually took notice from the way he was speaking, you would understand that he was going to leave at the end. And we're also going to be looking at the fact that Chelsea have actually decided to go or make a move for what's his name, Oscar Bob. We all know they went for Kopama, and it paid off. It paid off, no doubt. We know they went for Oscar Bob, and that paid off. But um, we, what am I saying? Okay. We all know they went for what's his name again? Um Kopama last summer. Kopama joined Chelsea from Man City last summer, and that gamble, paid off. So they are about to do the same exact thing again. They want to go for Oscar Bob. We are going to be looking into that as well. We're also going to be touching on the fact that Amrabat, Amrabat, it seems Manchester United are not going to be, triggering that release clause of 20 million euros, which I think is around 15 million pounds or less. I'm not sure. But they have actually made a request or tell Florentina that they are not going to be triggering that clause, but they'll be willing to do a deal on a different terms. So it will be very, very interesting to see what Florentina thinks or takes on their takes is on this. Manchester United went from being a club that get rid up in the transfer window to being a very, very stingy at signing players. But I think we just have to just see how that pans out. Now, I've seen some people talking about Mason Mount getting sold. I don't believe that nonsense. I don't believe that crap. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe that crap because if Manchester United should sell Mason Mount, it's going to affect them real badly. It's going to affect them real badly because the FFP rules, you only got Mason Mount a year ago, just a year ago. So you are basically telling me that Manchester United will be looking to sell Mason Mount, and do you think they will get 55 million pounds they spent on Mason Mount? Because I don't think so. Because if you ask me, do I really believe that they are going to get that amount of money they spent on Mason Mount? I'll tell you no. I don't think so. I don't. And that's the honest truth. I don't think so. So if anybody believes that Manchester United are going to sell Mason Mount, let me just fancy football. Are you free to jump in? Let me know. Are you free to jump in? So That's the thing. I don't believe they will sell Messi Mount. Yeah, Kevin needs to make money. He definitely needs to make money, man. So for me, I don't think Messi Mount is leaving, but it's coming as a shock to me that Scott McTominay is not leaving the club. That is the one I did not see coming. I never saw that one coming. I was thinking Scott McTominay will be leaving this summer. And the fact that an article have came outside to say he's not going to be sold, man, it's a disgrace. I'm sorry. It's a disgrace. I don't want to know whatever anybody has to say. The thing is this. If you guys want Ten Hag to, like, for us to see whatever Ten Hag played at Ajax or close to it, I'll keep saying it. The likes of Scott McTominay needs to go. The likes of Bruno needs to go. But we are going to see what this season is all about. So let us get into it right now. And I think I need to start with the big guy. You start with the big guy, the main man himself. He dropped a bombshell. It's a shocker. Now, this is coming from Manchester News. And it says here, Kevin De Bruyne drops transfer bombshell as he agrees Man City exists. For me, I've seen this. Like when you are a soccer fanatic and you watch football and understand football, you are able to read between the line. You know, the fact that Kevin De Bruyne have come out to drop a bombshell that is leaving the club, agreed a deal with Altihad. I'm not surprised, honestly, because it is something I've been like he has been, putting out there. He has been keeping the door open. He has been putting the door open. The question is this, guys. Do you guys believe that Manchester City are ready to move on without, to enjoy life without Kevin De Bruyne? Because if you ask me, guys, I don't think so. I don't think Manchester City are ready to move on without Kevin De Bruyne. And the reason why I said so is because when you look at the impact Kevin De Bruyne had immediately he came back from injury last season, like this guy missed close to almost close half of the season and immediately came back into Man City. They flourished again. Yes, you might want to put Phil Foden in the conversation, believing he's ready. I don't think, I believe he would do a good job. I honestly believe Phil Foden will do a good job. But if you ask me again, I will tell you, can he be that consistent on the level of Kevin De Bruyne? Because we know what Kevin De Bruyne gives you as a player. We know what he brings into a team. So I think Manchester City would have been prepared. But now they've been new development that Manchester City are back in for Bruno Guimaraes. And if you guys remember, I also said something about Dani Olmo. So, but the Dani Olmo deal is looking likely not to happen because Barcelona are really, really, really interested in Dani Olmo and are pushing, doing whatever they can to make that signing happen. But let's just take this article, and it says here Man City talisman Kevin De Bruyne has reportedly agreed personal terms with Al Ittihad over a proposed departure from the Etihad Stadium this summer. Speculation over the Belgium captain and his future with City has been at fever pitch in recent months, with a potential exit route mapped out. Now, I'm not surprised because whenever he has been asked about Saudi Arabia, he has been talking about the fact that he has enough money. And the honest truth is that we all know City pays him well. He earns over £400,000 at City. And he said he has enough money, but if more money comes in, then he will take the deal because now it's not just about him anymore. It's about him, his children, his grandchildren, his great grandchildren. And if we are going to be honest with each other, guys, if we're going to be be sincere to each other, guys, going to Saudi Arabia, going to Al Ittihad, guys, is generational wealth, guys. Generational wealth. Just like Edison was on the break of joining Al Nassr, and he was going to earn £600,000 at Al Nassr. £600,000. That was what he was going to earn at Al Nassr. £600,000. The reason why they did breakthrough was because City were not ready, to do the deal. City weren't ready to do the deal, and that's why the deal did not go through because City decided they wanted, I think, 60 million euros, and Al Nassr were ready to offer just around 30 million euros. And that was the reason why that deal broke down. Now, the article continues to say De Bruyne has been a standout player for City over the last 9 years since joining the club from Wolfsburg in 2015. The playmaker has um, knotted up 102 goals, 170 assists from 382 games. He has also won six Premiership titles, F2 FA Cups, five League Cups, and a Champions League in 2003. However, injury restricted his involvement last season and mounted interest from Saudi as surfaced. Um, Reports from Italy indicate Kevin De Bruyne is needing to sign for Al Ittihad. As things stands, a 33-year-old Belgium sensation has only 12 months to run on his contract at Al Ittihad, with no sign of an extension in the offing. So it will be interesting to see what Man City does because I believe this brings them back into the market. This brings them back automatically into the market, even though they were at first not looking to signing players. I think that has to change right now. They need to go into the transfer market to get a player. They have to go into the transfer market right now to get a player. So it will be very, very interesting to see who that player is because already Man City are already making moves to bring in players. They are making moves already to bring in players. Now, this article is coming from Express UK. You know, and it says here, Man City ready to offer two players to Newcastle in blockbuster Bruno Guimaraes transfer. Now, let's get into the article, guys. And it says here, Man City are reportedly considering using either Rico Williams or Oscar Bob as a leverage in their pursuit of Newcastle star Bruno Guimaraes. The reigning champions may offer a loan deal for one of the young star talents to the Magpies next season if it aims them in securing Guimaraes' signature. Newcastle have set a hefty £100 million price tag on the Brazilian midfielder, who is also named on Arsenal radar, but City are not willing to meet this valuation. And that's one thing we know about Man City. Man City will never get ripped off. They will never get ripped off in the transfer market. Now, they believe Guimaraes, who is 26 years old, is worth closer to 80 million, which has currently put any move to bring the South America to Etihad on hold. However, Newcastle interested in Rico Williams, in Rico Lewis, and Bob could be the key to bringing this deadlock to breaking this deadlock, according to the Sunday Star. City have made it clear that neither player is up for sale this summer, viewing both Lewis and Bob as crucial to the club's long-term plans. In short term, however, Pep Guardiola might be willing to part with one of them in his quest to bolster his central mid, midfield ahead of the next season attempt at an unprecedented fifth consecutive title. Now, the question is this is very interesting, guys. This is very, very interesting, guys. But the question is this, guys. Do you think Man City are going to get this deal done? Because I honestly believe Man City need to get Grimaresh. And if they cannot get Grimaresh, then go for Daniel Mo. Because I believe if you give RB Leipzig 60, 70 million pounds, they will do the deal. Because for me, I believe bringing in Bruno Guimaraes and Kovacic, they are the same kind of player. Honestly, they are the same kind of player, and that is honest with guys. They are the same kind of player. So if you are unable to get Bruno Guimaraes for 80 million because they want 100 million, then you might want to go out for Daniel Mo. Honestly, go for Daniel Mo. You've got enough depth in the likes of Kovacic, Rodri in the midfield. Not forgetting Calvin Phillips as well. So go get what's his name? Daniel Mo. But yet again, another thing that I'll decide again is if either Nico Williams, I don't know why I keep calling him Nico Williams, Rico Lewis or Bob will be willing to go on loan because they don't want to sell him. Then any of them, like it says on the article, that they consider them to be a future prospect. So they don't want to sell any of them. So let's see how that is going to pound out. And let's move to Chelsea. Chelsea have decided to, do the same thing they did last season. Last season, they went in for, what's it called? They went in for, I don't know why I just keep forgetting this guy's name, man. Kopama. They went in for Kopama. They got their man, and it was, unstoppable at Chelsea. It was unstoppable at Chelsea. Now, Chelsea have also planned to raid for the next Kopama. Chelsea plans Man City raid for next Kopama as Blues preys on player doubt. And this is why I said, will Oscar Bob be willing to go to on loan at Newcastle? Because I believe he will look at the situation of Kopama and how it has turned out. You know, he will look at what happened. Kopama was able to leave the club and what kind of player he has suddenly become, and the importance and the impact he had at Chelsea. So Chelsea are set to make a move for Manchester City star Oscar Bob as they look to prey on doubt, play similar to those held by Kopama at LTR, which means the player also is probably complaining of not getting enough game time, honestly. And when you ask yourself a question, it's not something you should ponder about because it is reality, guys. It's reality. Because when you look at the likes of Julian Alvarez wanting to leave, that tells you everything you should know. Because Julian Alvarez wants to leave because he knows that he does not get enough game time as he should, honestly. But one thing I know is that I know for sure that I don't think Man City will sell I don't think Man City could sell Alvarez. I don't think so. I don't think so. But the truth is that when you have a striker like Julian Alvarez wanting to leave, it's because he knows that he's better than, or is better. The game he gets does not, showcase his potentials. Honestly, Julian Alvarez gets to it shows you that he believes in himself, and he believes the game time he gets at City does not showcase his talent. And the honest truth is that Alvarez should be starting for teams. Alvarez will easily start for every team in Premiership. Easy. He will start. Alvarez will start for Bayern Munich. Alvarez will start for Barcelona. And that's the honest truth. He will start for Barcelona. So I understand why he wants to leave. And this is why I also believe, what's his name? Why I also leave Oscar Bob, because he wants more game time, honestly. Now, um, the article says Palmer was a revelation at Chelsea last season and was named the young player of the season in the Premier League, having managed 22 goals and 11 assists in his debut campaign. For me, I believe he was the player of the season, not Foden, honestly. Both young and player of the season should be given to Kupama. And that form earned him a call up and earned him an England called up. And Palmer's stock rose further during the tournament in Germany as he provided the crucial assist for the Watkins in the semi-final before he again came off the bench to score in the final for the Three Lions. Now, Chelsea reportedly believed they could tempt Bob as they did Palmer with the guaranteed of more game time at Stamford Bridge. And recruitment chief Joe Shield, who used to work as Scott at City, owes the Norway international in a high regard. And guys, do not forget that Enzo Maresca was also used to coach at City. So like when you look at it in this section, it makes sense. Because if Enzo Maresca is the present coach of Chelsea, and you have Joe Shield, who used to work with City, now working at Chelsea, so there could be something going on there. And already you can see that Chelsea have actually came out to say they are guaranteeing him more game time. And I honestly believe he will get more game time at Chelsea. So for me, I believe there's a deal to be done here. I believe there's a deal to be done here. So for me, I just believe Chelsea should just try, try harder and try and see if they can get the man into their into the club. Now we're moving on to Looney, because Looney, they've been talk that Real Madrid would be willing to take 30 million euros. They're willing to take 30 million euros for Looney. So that is something will be interesting to see. But I do believe 30 million is kind of cheap, man. I believe 30 million, like they should be even asking for more, because Looney is worth more than that, man. 30 million for Andrea Looney is kind of cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap. And Fancy Football says, yeah, it says Kevin needs to make money. Man, he has already made enough money, man. But nobody says no to money. Nobody says no to money, my man. So let's move on to Edison. Edison seems to be the latest guy in the talks of us going to Saudi Arabia, because we can see the deal that he was supposed to have with what's it called, Al Nassr, did not go through. So Atihad have approached Ederson in remaining on. He wants to go to Saudi Arabia. He wants to go and make money. You know, one thing about Brazilians, they want to make money because that they come from a very very poor background. So whenever they've got the opportunity, they want to move. We've seen it with the likes of what's his name, Oscar, went to China, and we've seen it with Talisca that plays for Al Nassr as well. Moves. I'm sure if you go to Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of South Africa and Brazilian players there. So it's going to add to the list. So Atiyad have made an approach and he remains need to move to Saudi Arabia as he also agreed on terms with Al Nassr, but deal collapsed. Talks to follow between clubs, with Man City insisting on 50 million to 60 million evaluation. Not easy one, but Atiyad are trying. Man City, can you please bring down your money? Can you please bring down your money? Let this guy go make generational wealth. Come on, come on. You can't tell me that you telling me a goalkeeper should be going for that much, man. Come on, stop that, stop that. But that is coming from Fabrizio Romano. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see what will happen with the deal get done or not. I guess we will have to wait and see. I guess we will have to wait and see. There's something coming up from Merino because it has been said that since this guy is kind of very very expensive, what is Fabrizio Romano saying now? What is Fabrizio? We're going to go to get back to that article by Fabrizio Romano. We'll get back there. Um, just trying to just see something here. Okay. Before we move on, man, there's something coming up from Fabrizio Romano, and he just said something here that it has to do with what's his name, Kevin De Bruyne, and it says here Saudi source playing down report about Kevin De Bruyne reaching agreement with Etihad told it's not truth. Etihad had focused on Musa Diaby's deal set to be sealed very soon. Next step for Saudi club will be new goalkeeper with Ederson talks on on, but not easy. So he's basically coming out to say that the report about this guy going to Atiyad is not truth. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see about that. Because for me, I'll tell you guys, I still believe he's going to leave. And that is the honest truth, guys. I believe he will leave. And that's for sure. That's for sure. But I guess we'll just have to just wait and see what conclude the deal. Now, there's something I have to say about this little boy called Chido Obi Martin. You know, because one thing is that people are making it seem as if it's the next big thing. It's going to like, and look at it here. Look at what this guy has to say. He says here, he said, Obi Martin is 16-year-old, behaving like a multi-Ballon d'Or winner. Eddie Ketia was good in our youth setup. He's about to leave. Balogun felt like he was bigger than Arsenal. Where is he? Omari Atchison, Chido what? I stand with Ateta. Now, this is the problem here. You know, when you get to understand what this guy is trying to say here, is a fans who is kind of like, you know, taking a banter from other fans like United because this lad is joining Manchester United. But yet again, what he's saying is making sense. And what he's saying as well is not making sense. I agree with him on some section, like where he said that Eddie Ketcher was good in the youth setup. Yes, he was good. And Eddie Ketia, the only reason why I would tell you that, okay, I can't see more of Eddie Ketia is because he was not even giving the play the game time. Because sometimes all we want to talk about is defend the manager, like, but yet again, you don't want to look at the aspect of the player. You do not want to do it. At least give this player game time. Let's see what it's all about. You don't have to play him in the Premiership. You've got games like Cali Cup, you've got FA Cup. But FA Cup, Cali Cup, we still see Saka, we still see Kayavat, we still see Trossard or what's it, Martinelli. Sometimes give this lad game time. Give this boy game time. Sometimes you just have to just tell this crap you're talking about. And when you're talking about Balogun felt like he was bigger than Arsenal, where is he? Then it means you know nothing about your club. Because if you definitely know this guy you're talking about Balogun, then you will know that he's a baller. You will know that he is a baller. And the reason why you would tell me he felt that he was bigger than Arsenal was because he went out on loan, bagged so many goals on loan, came back, and Arteta, who you stand with, would rather sell a player that have gone on loan to prove himself to go and bring in a Kai Havertz. Sometimes you guys need to drop your sentiment bullshit aside and say fact of what it is. Arteta have messed up. He fucked up. He has fucked up on Rhys Nelson. He has fucked up on Eddie Nketiah. He has fucked up on this little boy. He has fucked up on Balogun as well. So I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Sometimes drop your fucking sentiment aside and say what it has to be. You're talking about a manager that have spent close to £700 million already. 700 fucking million pounds already. Some fans are just a disgrace, man. Some fans are a disgrace. Just because of the love they've got for a manager, they will come online and tweet crap, talk rubbish. So you are telling me that you stand with Arteta, whereby you brought in players like Fabio Vieira. You brought him in from Braga. If I'm not mistaken, I think from Braga. That guy have never had game time. And what do we call them? We'll call them flop. That's what we'll end up calling them, flop. But you ask yourself, is it the player's fault or the manager's fault? It's a disgrace how some fans think, man. You see fans, like you see players dropping stinkers. I watched Arsenal last season. Saka, Odegaard were dropping stinkers out of fatigue. And yet, with the fact that these guys are tired, yet Arteta could not even drop them and use people to give other people game time. And that clown is saying he stands with Arteta. You are standing with somebody that is rating a player. You don't rate a player, yet you are giving him a new contract. Does that even make sense? Because for me, I will tell you for free, guys, if you don't know, Balogun was a better player than Kai Havertz. I'm sorry. He was a better player than Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz failed at Chelsea. And you guys believe that thing he did last season for Arsenal is you guys bringing his career back. Go and check how many goals did he score for Arsenal, how many goals did he score for Chelsea. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about, man? I don't understand some people knowledge of football. So you come in here taking a banter at a player just because the player wanted to leave Arsenal. Okay, let's look at it in this way. The reason why I said I agree with you on some things I said, like Eddie Nketiah are doing well at the youth setup, and is not doing well right now. I wouldn't say he's not doing well right now because I've not even seen what it's all about. The time he was giving game time against Sheffield United, it's called an hat-trick. Sometimes all it takes is for you to give the damn player a game time to prove what he has to do. And this guy talking here, I'm sure probably he started supporting us now, maybe 20, like he's not even like this guy never saw the likes of Dennis in played for Arsenal. He never saw the likes of Cesc Fabregas played for Arsenal. We saw the likes of Alexander Leb, the likes of Alex Song. We saw the likes of Diaby. We saw the likes of Cesc Fabregas. Cesc Fabregas started playing at 16 years old. He was playing Champions League final, 16 years old. Denilson was brought in from Brazil. He was a lad, given the opportunity under Arsene Wenger. Arsenal have never been used to be spending stupid money on bringing in players because they know how to bring players up. But these days, you have Arsenal spending 700 million pounds on players. And people are still busy. Look at this clown talking about him, like talking crap. Talking absolutely crap. This boy called Chid Obi was banging the goals. People were talking about this lad. He was banging goals. He scored 10 goals against Liverpool. And every goal he scored against Liverpool were bangers, were sick goals. What would it take Arteta to give this little boy game time? These were things we used to see under Arsene Wenger. Lemmy Yamal, for crying out loud, is 16 years old. 16. Adagule is 19 or 18, if I'm not sure, I'm not making a mistake. Sometimes you get to give game time to little lads. Sometimes those lads, they might be young, but they are too good. They are not young. They are ready. They are ready. They are ready. So the fact that Arsenal lost this boy to Man U because the boy probably felt he's good enough to be playing, having more game time. That should be, you should be blaming your coach for that and not about trying to take a banter on the player. The player have every right to leave if he feels that he's not getting the game time as much as he deserves. He has the right to leave. He has the right to leave. And beside, Manchester United are also going to be paying him more money than Arsenal. So this statement here is just, man, it's crap. I'm sorry. Honestly, it's nonsense. It's just somebody just taking a banter out like, okay, you've lost a player. You've lost a player who you did not rate. So just stick with it. Stick with it. So that's the thing. You stick with it. Now, let's go to this Osime and Jao Neves. You know, I saw some Manchester United fan talking about they want to hijack Jao Neves deal. So basically, because the president of Benfica came out to say um, he's not willing to sell Jao Neves for just the release clause. So are you telling me that the same Manchester United, because I don't like, there's one thing, there's a problem I have with Manchester United fans. Sometimes they allow, excitement get into them. Honestly, you allow excitement get into you too much. So are you telling me Manchester United are in discussions to sign Manuel Ogate, and there's also looking at signing Jao Neves? Guys, it makes no sense, man. It makes absolutely no sense, man. So you are telling me there's a possibility that Sachin Ratcliffe and Ineos are going to pay, and they are willing or are going to pay 70 million euros or more? Because anything that makes Manchester United go into this deal, then it will be a bidding war. Guys don't have the funds. You don't have the funds. This comes from Fabrizio Romano, and it says here PSG are planning to advance talks for both Jao Neves and Victor Osimhen from next week. Benfica understand Jao Neves and Jao desire to join PSG. Talks are advancing between the clubs to get it done. Osimhen said yes to PSG, with Napoli not close yet, but talks on. I believe this deal will get done. I'm sorry. There are some clubs whereby you cannot hijack that deal. I'm sorry. There are some clubs you can't hijack deal. This was the same crap we were seeing when they're talking about the fact that they want to hijack Michael Olise's deal. You know, they said want to hijack Michael Olise's deal as well. And I laughed because I like you want to hijack a deal that Bayern Munich. I know what the crazy thing is this, guys. Manchester United fans believes that they made they beat you Real Madrid to signing Lenny Euro, of which doesn't make any sense to me. They are forgetting the fact that they spent triple the amount of money that Real Madrid were willing to offer. Triple the amount of money. That is what they paid. Triple. Because Manchester United and Real Madrid were only ready to pay 20 million euros. 20 million euros. That was what they wanted to offer. So I don't understand how you paying 60 million euros for a player and you consider that beating Real Madrid to signing a player. So are you telling me that in a world whereby if Lenny Euro or Real Madrid stepped up their offer, United will get Lenny Euro? Come on, man. Come on. Sometimes we just we need to be realistic, man, and stop talking bullshit. Honestly, let's just stick to facts, man, and stop this stupid talks crap we talk about. The fact is that you guys spent more money on Lenny Euro, and that's why you have Lenny Euro, because he was pressurized. And there've been an article that said that Jorge Mendes actually manipulated him. He told him he was going to get more game time at Man U. And I said it as well. I said it. At some point, I made that statement. I said, I'm sure the reason why Lenny Euro will look to leave Lily to Man U is because he will sit down and think about it. Like, if I go to Real Madrid, I will not get as much game time I should. And it makes sense. He's only going to be a rotational. We've had defenders like Vallejo that ended up going to Granada. He has won 5 Champions League. How many game time does he get? He doesn't get enough game time. So I will understand why he would come to United over Real Madrid. But what I will not have you guys tell me here or do is tell me you guys beat him to signing. Come on, man. That's bullshit. That is nonsense, guys. So there have been like talks. There are breaking news from I don't know how true this article is, but the source is Fabrizio Romano. And it says here Chelsea might consider selling Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid in the coming weeks. Atletico Madrid have shown significant interest in the midfielder. Yes, I do know about this. I didn't know that they've been wanting to sign him. I didn't know they've been wanting to sign him. So let's just see how that pans out. If that deal will get done. What else have I not spoken about? I'm just trying to just see what else I'm not talking about. If there's a transfer I am missing, let me just see. I spoke about Kevin De Bruyne. Though somebody came outside, Fabrizio came outside to rubbish that talks, but I still believe he will leave. Despite what Fabrizio said, I still believe he's going to leave. And guys, please watch out for Noni Madueke. There is a possibility he might go to Newcastle. You know, I'm just saying there's a possibility he might end up at Newcastle, but nobody knows what it's going to be like. But I guess you just have to just wait and see. And that will be for me tonight, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willingly. Let's see what the transfer market have by tomorrow. Whatever that happen breaks, we are going to be here to talk about it. And that's all for me tonight, guys. I'll see you guys on this one. And by the way, guys, if this is your first time of coming across our channel, please do not forget to subscribe. Smash the like button. This we don't do fan football here. Everybody's welcome. Whatever club you support, you are welcome here. All we do is talk about football. That's all we do. So please join the family, subscribe. Let's build this community together. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Good night, guys.